Hey guys, so today we are going to go over the best ways to farm rupees in the Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity demo. Now keep in mind this is still the demo of the game. I am filming this video on November 8th, so we still have a little bit under 2 weeks until the game releases. So if any of you guys want to get a head start on grinding, keep in mind the tips I'm about to share with you in this video. And the reason why this even works in the first place is, again, because the data from the demo mode actually does transfer over to the full version of the game that is going to release on November 20th. So first things first, what I have to show you is my setup here. I am using Link for this method. I have to still level up my Impa and Zelda, but for now I'm using Link. The weapon that I'm using is the Soldier's Broadsword, and I've upgraded it to be a full attack speed boost. Now specifically for Rupee Farming, if you want to go all out with this, what you want to do is you want to actually use weapons and fuse a weapon together that has monster part drop rate increases. So ideally you would have a level 20 Soldier's Broadsword with 4 affixes of monster part drop rate, because the way that we're going to do this is we're going to basically be farming as many monster parts as possible, and then we're going to be selling those monster parts to the shops that are showing up around the map. Secondly, this is not 100% confirmed as of yet, because again, it's still the demo, and from what I'm able to tell, as far as what some other people have told me, there are currently no differences in terms of drops, depending on what difficulty you play on. So, for instance, I'm playing on easy because obviously it's the easiest difficulty, right? There's also normal, hard, and very hard. I've done runs on all of these difficulties, and from what I was able to tell, there's no difference in actually any of the rupees that you're getting, any of the weapon drops you're getting from easy all the way to very hard. So, obviously, if you're trying to farm as efficiently as possible, my recommendation would be to go on easy, and then from there, it's just, it's basically you just one-shot everything, and that's how you farm this the best way. So, which stage am I actually farming? So, we're farming this stage called Explosive Handle with Care. Now, what this stage is basically a very, very quick and painless map that has a bunch of explosive barrels throughout the map, and your goal is just to kill 500 enemies, and you also have to kill the 5 big enemies as well, the moblins. So, before we jump into that, basically I want to show you guys what you want to be looking for on the map. Now, before you can even do this, you have to unlock the different shops here. So this is one of the most important shops you can unlock first. It takes a few resources to unlock this, but after you do the first 2 main stages of the game, you might have enough just to unlock this just right away. So I would go ahead and do that. And there's also this shop all the way down here, which is another merchant shop over here. And then up here we have sort of like the main shop. Now, if we go into the main shop and go to the sell tab, you notice there's nothing really too special. All you can do is pretty much just sell your items. There's no like symbols or anything like that to show you if there's anything special going on here. So yeah, everything sells for pretty much market price here, and then that's pretty much all this shop is for. So this is like the base shop without anything special going on there. Now, if we go over to this shop over here, and we go to the sell tab, you'll notice that there is a star on that jewelry tab. And what that star means is that this merchant specifically is going to pay more for items that belong to this category. So this merchant is going to pay more for these gem items, like this flint or this opal. So for instance, this flint is selling for 12, this opal is selling for 150 to this merchant. So if we exit from this merchant and go back over to this merchant, go to the sell tab, so that 12 and 150 now becomes 5 and 60. So it's like over 2 times the amount that we're getting by selling. Actually, that might be, yeah, that's 2.5 times pretty much the amount that we're getting for selling to the other vendor rather than this one. And then if we go down to this one down here, this guy's purchasing those bugs for a higher price. So you can go ahead and sell these for a higher price as well. Now keep in mind, we don't really know what much of this stuff is going to be doing in the full version of the game. Again, this is still the demo. We have very limited information on what any of this is going to be doing. But for now, I'm probably going to end up selling off most of this stuff just to maximize my rupees, because I'm assuming rupees are going to have more of an impact on your playthrough of the main game than stuff like these bugs are. Because back in the original Hyrule Warriors game, rupees were used to level up your characters, so that's probably going to be a very, very important resource to gather moving forward, and why not just start gathering that resource now before everything just becomes ridiculous, right? So that's basically what I'm going to be doing to farm the rupees in this game. Now, one other thing to keep in mind is, so right now I have all the shops open. You can click L to show all the shops that you have up right now. So you can go to them from that menu as well. There are times when these shops are not actually active. So let's say I complete a map and go back here. This might be yellow, which means there's no merchant at the shop. So that's called the shop cycle. And the shop cycle is going to refresh itself every time you complete a stage. So my recommendation would be every time you complete a run of this of the stage here, zoom out and take a look at what shops are currently up. And I would sort of like go into this shop as well as this shop down here and see which tabs have a star on them. They're going to be different every time. So for instance, one of the bigger tabs we're looking for in this shop to have a star on it is going to be the monster part shop. And that's why I was saying before, you want to have the increase to monster part drop rate on your weapon in order to farm the most efficiently. So if this had a star on it, I'd be able to go down here, and this normally sells for 25. So if we're talking about a 2.5 times multiplier, this thing would be selling for like 63 rupees instead of 25. So same thing with this one. This one normally sells for 20, but if we were talking about a 2.5 multiplier, it'd be 50 rupees instead of 20 rupees. So just being able to see which tabs in here or which categories of items are being sold for higher price is basically going to allow you to sell your stuff for, like, again, 2.5 times higher than you normally would be able to. So I would only sell items to vendors when that is there. So with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at the stage. Again, I use Link because he's just the fastest in my opinion, and we'll go ahead and do a run here, and I'll show you exactly the way that I do this stage. I have pretty much a method down pat about how I do this. So let's go ahead and take a look at my strategy here. Load in, there's a gate here. We're going to load up our bow and arrow to shoot this barrel right here. Take out these guys right here. Immediately there's another barrel down here. Again, we're literally just shooting barrels as we move through here. That's basically what this whole stage is. We're going to throw a bomb here, target the moblin. Now we're going to start throwing bombs at him. See that shield is going down very, very fast with the bombs. That's the whole goal of this. Now we're going to weak point slash him. He's going to die in one hit from this because, again, it's very easy. That's the reason why we set it there. There's another barrel right there. We're going to shoot that with the bow as well. There's one more barrel over here. Again, this is literally all you do. Okay, there's too many enemies in the way, so it didn't actually explode. There we go, it's dead. More bombs we're going to throw over here. There's another barrel. It's going to explode and damage that moblin enemy. We're going to go over here and do a basic combo and do a weak point slash. He is now taken care of. There's also another barrel to the left here with a bunch of crates behind it. There are rupees in those crates, so that's another reason why the stage is really good for farming rupees. So those crates are destroyed. Gonna get some rupees from that. You can see that I'm getting some. Another barrel is dead over there. There's one over here. This is going to damage the enemy over there like that. Now we're going to run to him over here and do one of these combos. And down here, do a weak slash. And we're going up here to the ramp. This is like the final stretch of the stage already. Let's shoot that barrel. We're at 494 monsters killed already, so it's very easy. Now we're going to throw some more bombs. We're going to kill this barrel right here. That's going to incapacitate these two mobs. We're going to throw the bombs in between both of them so it hits both. We're going to go over here and load up our X AoE attack. Incapacitate them both at the same time, and then click X for a weak point slash. And because they're so close to each other, it'll actually AoE them both down. And as you can see, we got two really good weapons there. So the yellow weapons means they actually come with a guaranteed additional stat on them. So us getting two is actually pretty good. And as you can see, we get a 600 rupee bonus for everything that we did. We cleared the stage, that's 200 rupees. We cleared the stage in under 2 minutes, which is another 200 rupees. We actually cleared it in a minute 18, which is pretty good. And we got over 500 KOs. Once you get to 500 KOs, you get a maximum of 200 rupees and does not go up from there. So a total of 600 rupees we got from that. And in terms of the weapons we got, this one's pretty bad, this one's pretty bad, and that one's pretty bad. So these are bad weapons, but you can at least sell them off. So the more weapons you get, the better. Oh, that's actually a really good weapon. The more weapons you get, the better, because you can just sell them, right? So it's extra rupees for you. And then we did end up getting a bunch of monster parts as well. And then these trophies are used to unlock different stages on the map, as well as like shops and stuff like that. So that's basically all you do. And then you just farm that stage over and over again. So let's take a look and see what kind of merchants spawned, if any. So we'll skip this with start. Zoom out for a second. So this is up still. Let's see what she's buying here. She still has the diamond one starred. Okay. Wrote this one down here. So he has this bottle one starred now. I don't have any of these resources over here. So yeah, again, as soon as you see like those monster part ones start off, or honestly any of them, that's what I would aim for. But other than that, that's pretty much the entire way to farm rupees in this game. Again, I will be coming out with a combo guide, a basic combo guide, because again, we don't really have access to too many crazy combos yet. But if you guys want to know the basics, or you know, the ways that you can sort of like attack a lot of enemies at once and AoE them down the most efficient ways, make sure to keep an eye out for those. But that is it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one.